conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so simple team. Today lab is very easy for you to understand. I'll show you how to copy multiple tables of multiple databases to data lake storage using ADF. This is one lab we will do. Second lab, I'll show you how to remove files which are less than specified size. Okay, so you know, right, how to delete the files which are older than 7 days, older than 5 days. Do you know or you don't know, Tim? How to remove the files
No,
which are older than
we know, sir.
how to do that?
Again, get metadata. Using ADF means we need to use get metadata,
Hmm.
and in that we also need to get the size of the file.
Hmm.
No, I think directly we won't get the size. First, we need to get the list of the files and again pass it using for each. We need to pass it each
Did we
file.
discuss this lab already?
No, sir.
Okay, but I might have explained only theory, right?
You said you try, right? You remember?
Okay. Yes, yes. Okay, I'll explain to you this lab. Along with that, no. My question is not this. I'm saying I want to delete the files which are older than 7 days. Older than 7 days means I have a file which arrived into storage account 7 days back. That is older than 7 days. I want to remove it. Let's say file which came into the storage 10 days back. All such files I want to remove. You know how to remove such files. Okay. If you don't know, let me also take
Using
up that.
ADF means
Remove files which are older than let's say 15 minutes or 1 day or 7 days or 30 days. How you can do, I'll also explain that. Okay, so I am trying to cover multiple labs. Let's see how many things we can able to cover. Okay. So first, how to copy multiple tables of multiple databases means, think of this way, team. So this is your cloud, right? In this, let's say this is 1 second. Instead of this, okay. So let me make it as something. So you think of this team. I have one. Let's say this is, we are in the cloud. Let's say this is all cloud. Okay, and within the cloud I have a SQL server. Okay, this is my SQL server. Within the SQL server you have a two databases. Okay, let's say this is business, let's say this is sales data is available in this database. So I also have another database with like a financial data is available in this database. So I have a multiple databases within a same server. It is also possible maybe each database is available in a different database. Maybe I'll explain to you this scenario. You need to extend this particular labs. Okay, now this is a server. Within that server I have a two databases. Each database contains a, let's say this is having a product table, product table. Let's say next you have a customer table, you have a product category table. Okay, this table is having a employee table, customer table, orders table. Now I want to copy from this database 3 tables, from this database 3 tables, total all 6 tables from these two databases of same server. I want to copy into the data lake storage. Where I want to copy it in, So I want to copy that into the data factory. I want to copy this data into the data. I want to bring the data from data factory into data lake storage. Okay. I want to bring the data into data lake storage Gen 2. Are you getting team? Hmm? Clear team. So this is think of this. Hmm? So these are the two SQL databases from which I need to read the data, and I want to copy the data into the data lake. Can you tell me how you will build the pipeline for this requirement? From your current knowledge, you need to tell me simply. If I am explaining, you are feeling like, oh, easy, easy. You need to design.
We need to have two linked services connecting to two different databases,
Hmm.
and then the data sets you can have
No,
dynamic.
no. How many linked
Uh,
services you create?
Total we need three, two for database and one for storage.
No, I think total two
One,
only, right?
two
One
only
for
because both are SQL server. Yes, one linked server we can connect both the SQL server
two data sets, basically.
and
Two data sets, one link server, and
Okay, everybody
one.
combinedly conclude
three
how many linked services we need.
two linked service.
Two link services, one with SQL Server and one with Data Lake.
Okay. So let me go to portal.azure.com. Let me create it. I think you'll get better clarity when I show you the things because you are not able to imagine few things. First, I'll go to SQL database. Click on create SQL database. So I'm creating a new SQL database, cloud pandit-dev-archi. Click OK, and here I'll say cloud pandit- like let's say this is a DevDB 001, or let's say sales DB. Server name is common MS server. Server is same. Okay, username, password. Click OK team. I set up the username and password for this server. This is a sales DB I am creating, and the database size is budget friendly. Click apply, then click networking, enable public endpoint, deliver services, my IP. Click security, nothing. I need a sample data. I am taking a sample data into my sales. Click review plus create. Click create. So my source database is created. Okay, my source database is created. Next to portal.azure.com, I'll create my target, that is nothing but a data lake storage. I'll create now. Go to storage account, click on create storage account. Cloud Pandit Dev ADLS. Next, enable hierarchical namespace. Click review plus create. Click creative. Third one is I will need to create a data factory. Data factory. Click create data factory. So this is the same research group. Name of the data factory, cloud funded -dev-id of workspace 1040. Click review plus create. Click create. So database is there, data lake is there, data factory is there. Okay, database, data lake, data factory. Okay, three things are there. Correct. Now database. Now we have a database. Now let's see. This is the database, data lake, data factory, right? Now my question to all of you is there anything else we are pending with for this lab? Only for this lab, only for this lab. Tell me, are we pending with anything else we need to create? Are we done with everything? Hmm?
Sorry, I might have joined little late. So, are you referring to two databases here or two schemas, sir?
Two databases, not schema. If it is a schema within the
Right.
same configuration, you would have mentioned, right? Sales LT,
Right. So
instead
you
of sales
created only
LT,
one
DB.
database, right?
Hmm?
Yeah, one server, two database. One
One
SQL
server, two
server,
databases.
two database.
Yes.
And
Now
one
tell me.
configuration table, sir.
No, no. My question is: are we created all the Azure services that are required for today lab or not? Is the question.
I still doubt on the database. So you created only one database, right?
Tell me. See, even if you're wrong, it is totally fine, right? Do you think still we need to create something? If we need to create, what is that? Or we
The
have created
database,
everything? Hmm?
database you missed. That's what I believe. You created one server. You created only one database in it. You also need to create a different database.
Others, please respond. Only Shavri is telling something. It is totally fine.
Same server, different databases
Yeah,
configured.
two databases we need to create, sir.
But how many we created as of now?
One.
Only one.
You just created one.
Okay, we created only one team. Okay, if you see, so this is a sales DB we created. For example, if you go back to the Azure SQL databases, you see only sales DB, only one database you created. Now I want to create one more database. Click on create database. That is same, but here this I'll say one is finance DB. This is a finance DB, but I am using common server. You see, server is same. Understood? Database is finance DB, server is same. I'm using the database size is same, budget friendly here also. Click apply. After that, click networking. Click security. 1 second. Hello IP address. Click security. Click additional settings. Don't enable sample data for finance. We don't record sample data for finance. Click review plus create. Click create. Now how many databases I created? Two databases, correct? Now two databases, one data factory, one data lake I created. Now my question to all of you, think and tell me how many linked services we need now.
Me again, three.
Everybody please see, I want you to guess it, team. This is learning. Why you are struggling to answer? Answer whether it is correct or wrong later. Two or three, how many you are thinking?
Three
Three.
linked services.
Hmm?
Three.
Three.
Okay, good. How many is required is 3. But can we do something? See what is changing in the source data, source linked service. Let's go to data factory. Okay, I'm opening the data factory. Okay, so generally if you look at, you will feel 3 linked services we need. One is for this database, second is for this database, third is data lake. But now can we reduce that linked service count? Let's see. Go to linked service, click on new for SQL database. Okay, now let's say team, you are connecting to a ls equal db for, let's say this is sales db. Okay, subscription is this, server name is this, database name is sales db. You will put this is the username. Okay, this is the username, and you will put this is the password. Correct? This is the password. Now my question to all of you now is, if I want to connect to the finance DB, Out of all these options, what options are going to change?
Database name,
Only database
user.
name,
DB name is changed.
DB name will change.
Only DB name, correct?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's why what I want to do, this database name, I want to create it as a parameter.
Parameter. Yes.
LS param for DB. Understood? Today we are introducing the linked service parameters. LS underscore param underscore DB name. Understood? So come up, use where you are using database name here, right? So what you need to do is enter manually. Okay, add dynamic content. You have to say database. See here, instead of subscription, database name I created through parameter. Fully qualified domain, server name, right? So now you see server name. I'll keep it from here. Copy this, put that server name. Now I am not making it as a sales DB or something. LS underscore SQL DB I am saying. So enter manually. This is a common server. This is the database name is dynamically coming. Username and password I am hard coding, but you also know password can be created from the data keyword. Password can read it from the keyword. Okay. I'm giving the DB name. I'm testing the connection. Am I able to connect to the sales DB or not? I am testing. Okay, very good. I'm able to connect to the sales DB. Am I able to connect to the finance DB? I'm checking. I'm able to connect to both the databases. Understood? Understood.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So we created a parameter. Now how many linked services we need? Only one linked service to connect to the multiple
Correct. Databases.
database. Let's say tomorrow for you, tomorrow for you, it is a separate server. Okay, let's say you have this is a separate server and you have a database. Again, let's say you have a separate server and database. Then what will happen to what will happen in that case? What will
Another
happen in that
linked
case? Tell
server
me.
we need to create. The parameterized will not work here.
Hmm? So that's the problem. Parameterization will work. Okay, you need to think. Okay, see. Okay, see here. So this is the one. Something. So you understood, right? Separate servers, separate databases. When you keep, so how you need to create is you see same thing. Enter manually. So server name, database name, username, password. Maybe you can make 4 parameters. Understood?
Okay.
Hmm? Server name,
Sir.
DB name, username, secret name. Understood? So server name can be parameterized. Database you parameterized. Username also can be parameterized and it is going to come from the config table only. These 3 things can come from config table, but password is also going to come from the config table, but it's not a plain password, it's a secret name, because you will connect at that time, you will connect to the keyword, and here you will create a linked service, right? You know, right, what I'm mentioning. So you will get a secret name also from the config, like that. So for multiple databases, multiple servers also, you can able to connect using a single linked service. Is that clear to all of you now?
Yes, sir.
You
Yes.
should be able to do this lab. Okay, this is assignment for you.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's create a connection to data lecture gen 2. Am I going fast? Or are you able to understand team? I don't know, sometimes I may go fast, but you have to stop me if I'm going fast. Are you clear till here or not?
I'm able to follow, sir.
Yes, clear.
Okay, good. Now I'll go to the data studio. Let's connect to data studio team. Let's create a new connection. This is a server name. This is a username. You can connect to any DB. So config details can be stored in any database, isn't it, Tim? So you can store it in a sales DB or whatever. Now, now if you expand this, okay, now you expand this team. Now here you connected to the sales DB. See, in sales DB all the details are there. Now you see how I am creating a config table. You have to understand carefully. Sync container, sync folder, is active. Insert into sales DB. Sales, what is this database name? Sales DB. Schema name is sales LT. Table name is customer. Target is global. India slash branch slash sales DB slash customer. This is a 2, 3, 4. Same database, sales LT. It's a product table. Active. Next, product category. Next, product model, but which is a inactive, I'm saying. Okay, and I'm also inserting, let's say, 3 tables, 5, 6, 7, 5. It's a finance DB. Schema is DBO. Maybe it can be anything. You are just making it as a parameters. That's it. Okay, team. Are we all good? I'm just inserting this data. Now select star from variable config. Where care column name, where care spelling mistake. Okay, now you see team. All this data is inserted. Select star from table config. You can see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 records from the sales DB. In sales DB, are you seeing customer table, product category? Yes. This product model anyhow inactive. Now let's connect to the finance DB and see whether finance DB has these tables. If it is not available, we may need to create it. Okay. So finance this is a sales DB here. We created this, but now I'm going to the finance DB. In finance DB, we are expecting two tables. What is that? EMP and the department. But if you see here, we are not able to see those tables. Now I'll say create table EMP. Somewhere it might be there. Okay, now I'm creating these tables in the finance DB. You're able to understand, right? Now if you see in finance DB, you have a department table and employee table. Same you configured here. So in finance DB, DB order TMP, DB order department, I want to take and I want to copy into this. Now till here, everybody is clear or not, team?
Yes.
Yes.
Are we going fast? Are we, hey, let's go. You everybody able to understand, right?
Yes, sir.
Please let me know, team, if you're not able to understand at any place. What I have done as of now, I created two databases in same server, data lake, data factory. Now within the sales DB, you already enabled the sample data. That's why some sample tables are there. Along with that, I created a config table, and these are the records that I inserted for sales DB. These are the records I inserted for financial DB. Finance DB, we don't have EMP and department table. I went to here and I have inserted these two tables with some data. Correct. Now we are good. Now source is everything is ready. Data lake target, nothing needs to be done. In data factory side, we already created two linked service with parameters. Now come to author. Now you see, I'll create a new data set for SQL DB. Table name I'll get it dynamically. Click OK. So total, how many parameters I'm creating?
3
3.
for
Okay.
DB, for schema, for
Understand
table.
name. One is for schema,
Yeah.
another is for the table.
Table.
Well, I am creating 3. Okay. Come to connections. You see why I created DB name is here you linked services waiting for the database name. You need to provide here. That's why dataset parameter to pass the value to the linked service parameter. One is for schema. Last one is for the table. Are we all good? Are we all good till here?
Yes, yes.
For
Yes.
example, you created a 4 parameters in the linked service. 4 parameters will be shown here. So you may need to create a 4 parameters for linked service, 2 for source schema, source table. Total 6 dataset parameters you may need to create in that case. Correct? Yes. I am going to create a data lake storage Gen2 now. Data lake storage Gen2 is very straightforward. Create a 2 parameters for sync schema, ds param for container, ds param for container is here, folder is here. Understood? Container is here, folder is here. Now come to pipeline. How simple to build this pipeline with our current knowledge is very simple. First you can use a script activity. What script activity is asking, Tim? Script activity is asking, can you tell me database where you have config table? Sales DB. Now I'll write my query. Select star from detail config where is active equal to 1. You debug this. After debugging, you know what is the next activity, you know, right? For each. As you know, I'm just continuing to build it. Let's go in parallel. Batch count of maybe 2 at least. Because if you go one by one, it will take a lot of time. Output dot result sets of 0 dot rows. Okay. Now we got the output of the script activity. Copy this, put that here. See, so total you got a 5 active items we have. So this is one item, second item, third item, fifth item, sixth item. Okay. Now if you see, sales DB is there, sales LT is there, customer is there, global is there, sync folder is there. So these 5 we need to use. These 3 we may need to pass it at the source data set side. These 2 we need to pass it at the sync data set side. Are we good?
Yes.
Yes.
Now we pass it right. You can see out script activity dot output dot result sets of 0 dot rows. Okay, so that is the formula I have given. Output dot result sets of 0 dot rows. Go inside for each. You can bring the copy data activity. Copy data source. Source is what in SQL DB.
SQL
Sync is into data lake storage.
ADLS.
So you just have to pass the all the details. That's it. What is that? Simple, right? Item dot DB name. From config table, you pass to dataset parameter. From dataset parameter, I'm passing that to the linked service parameter. You understood the flow? From config table, you are passing this to the dataset parameter. Dataset parameter is passing to the linked service parameter. You understood, right? Yes. Now come to sync. Item dot sync to container. Okay. One more thing, very often you will also see additional column called load date in real time. So you also practice it. Load date R3. You can say load timestamp. Convert from UTC now comma India standard time. That's it for our first lab. That's it for our first lab. What is our first lab, team? Copy multiple tables of multiple databases to data lake storage using data factory. So we are having a multiple databases with the same server. We have a multiple databases, right? So we have a same server within same server, 2 databases with multiple tables. So we created a common config table, and through common config table we are copying all this data into a data lake using single pipeline. But even if you have a multiple servers of multiple databases with the multiple tables, you can still copy the data. I think I have given that knowledge as well. So I am going to run the pipeline, but before I run the pipeline, anybody have any doubts? I'm creating a trigger, add trigger, new/edit trigger, click new trigger. So first you can do one time validate. Very good. Okay, now new/edit trigger, new trigger. So trigger for scheduled daily. So I want to run pipeline every day at 8 o'clock 23 minutes. At what time I want to run? Every day 8:23 based on schedule. Time is IST, Chennai, Kolkata, 8:23. I want to run the pipeline. Click OK. Click OK. Publish all. Click publish. (8:23) pipeline is going to run, team.
So is it possible to access PySpark from the config table, sir? Or, I mean, other DBs like something like MySQL server or something using same config table from SQL.
No, I'm not getting what is the PySpark?
No, I mean to say this PostgreSQL, whatever that is there, right? Using
Okay.
configs, if we are using a config table, can we access that using the config table of SQL Server to that DB also as a server as a parameter?
Yes, server as a parameter, you can read it from anywhere. See, you can read data from here. Here you see, you can, let's say source is Postgres, but your
Correct.
config is in database. You can pass it. Doesn't matter what
Okay.
you are passing, what with the whatever values you are passing, with those values it will connect,
Okay, sir.
right? But
Yeah.
from where you are, like from your one of the file, maybe you can keep all these configurations from the file and you process it. It will still work, right?
Okay. Any configuration issues that might come in because it's a
No,
different
any configuration
altogether.
issue will not come. No, no.
Okay.
See, this activity, this config details, you can store it wherever you feel comfortable.
Okay.
But we prefer to store it in table because it is easy for us to update it. Now you see, Tim, this pipeline succeeded.
Yes.
Script
Yes.
activity total 5, copy activities that. If you go to data lake, you can also verify that. So schedule trigger we repeated once again how to schedule daily, and you can also see finance DB. We have two tables. Yes, two tables data is loaded: department data and employee data. When it comes to the sales DB, you have a customer product category. This data is also loaded. You can also see the data. Understood? So this is our first lab. I am done with the first lab. Anybody have any questions?
If we want to say that sales DB in one container like global and finance DB in another container, we can mention that in also config table,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes, yes. Whatever you want, you just put it based on config. It will work, team, exactly. What table, where you want. Maybe let's say here itself directly. I want to say sales deep, sales. Yeah, sales is your container you want to put. Here finance is your container you want to put. You can able to keep it. Understood?
Okay.
Sir, just to confirm, currently we are bringing data from the SQL Server database. So the thing is that for SQL Server database, we created one linked service, and so whether it can be a single server, multiple databases, or separate servers, we can have a single linked service.
Yes.
Okay, means for example, if you want to go for like Postgres also, in that case, means for each database type we need to have separate linked service, right?
Yes. Each database type you need to have separate link service.
And also for we can have one config table, maintain it in a server.
Config table can be at any server in any database.
Yeah. So
You
the
can even
config table
maintain
can
your
contain.
configurations in the Postgres itself.
Yeah, correct. So we can maintain in the single place all the configuration details belonging to both SQL Server and Postgres in single config table.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Sir, one small question,
You
sir.
can do anything, Tim. You can do anything. Okay. Configuration details, you people are asking small doubts. Configuration details can be stored anywhere. See now, someone asked sales container, sales finance container. Okay. Tell me.
Sir, whenever we are doing a lab, we are creating
Hmm,
all the components, right?
hmm,
ADF and all storage and all.
hmm,
But
hmm.
in real time, will we have only one ADF, or in
Hey,
which we do all
hold on.
pipelines?
I understand. Let me answer your question. See, we want to create every day in real time. So this is for our lab. I can't keep these services up and running for remaining 23 hours just for 1 hour a lab. I cannot keep it for next to 23 hours. It will increase my cost drastically. That is one thing. Second thing is people whoever is not attended yesterday session, day before yesterday session and all, they will confuse because we will be reusing something, few things are there, I will be editing some things, people will confuse. That's why everyday lab I'll create everything from scratch so that you will get a better clarity what I am doing for this particular requirement. You will get the clarity, but in real time you will have a single data factory where you will be working on all requirements, all the use cases. Okay.
So again, it will be like dev prod and
Now dev prod, that is like a release process. Okay, but your development everything will be doing in a single data factory.
okay.
Once
And
everything's
one
tell
more
me.
doubt, sir. If you go to the ADF, sir, I was trying that until thing. So
Hmm,
there when just can you go to pipelines or any pipeline if condition or somewhere in the earlier time like the script is passing some information to for each activity, right? We
hmm,
can see when we are running that executing that we can see what data it is passing. But
hmm,
inside for each, if we wanted to just can you go to inside for each
hmm.
and go to copy activity. Copy once, can I take some? Source. Here we are directly getting item DB name and all, but when we are giving if condition, there, you also faced, I was just following the recording, you also faced that issue like we selected some parameter, but it threw an error saying that you need to use, so and so only pipeline name something. So how to
Yeah, I
know?
suggest you, Shabrish, if you say like entire story, we don't have that much time. If you have any issue, see, you are saying there is a parameter which is not accessible into one of the activity. You share the screenshot, you ask the direct question. You are
Okay.
explaining everything. So many
My
people are
question
there.
is how to know what parameters we can see directly. Can we go and see in the runs executions?
No, you cannot see. But what you are pointing also, I'm not getting. See, you explained 2 3 minutes now. I am not getting what exactly you are expecting. What was the issue that you are getting? I understand what parameters will be available here. What
Correct.
parameters may not be available here? What is the scope of this particular parameter? You want to know. That thing we may
Correct.
not know exactly. But you are saying I also got some error, right? But I am not clear on where exactly that issue came. So you
Sure,
need
sir.
to
I'll share the screenshot.
share the screenshot so that I can able to explain
Yes,
it. Okay? Because if you explain, I will not be able to understand.
sure,
Hmm.
sir.
Any other things, Tim? Any other questions, Tim? That's all. Okay. Now let me tell you very quick one, Tim. So maybe second lab will take time, so that's why I'm just skipping that for today. I'll explain to you in next session. We may need to take up this lab. Okay. 15 minutes, 1 day, 7 days, 30 days. I want to delete the files which are older than, let's say this is a data lake storage that I have. If you go to container, maybe you go to global, you go for India, branch, finance department, let's say department. Okay, now in the department, let's imagine I'll be loading some liquid clustering.csv results also. I'm loading. Okay, so there are two files I have, but what I want is I want to delete the file which came 5 minutes back. Which file came, which all files came 5 minutes back, Tim? Now the time is, hello, are you able to hear me, Tim?
Yes,
Yes, we
yes.
are able to hear.
Department
Yes.
file.
Which file came 5 minutes back? Department file,
Department.
correct? Now the question is, I want to delete only department file. How to delete it? So there is a delete activity team here. Directly you need to see loggings are not required. Which files deleted and all. If you want to store that information again, you can store it in data lake. But I don't want logging. Come to source. Now here data lake storage gen2 is the container. So I'll say global is the container. Folder name is India slash bronze slash finance db slash department table. I want to delete all the files. But what all files? All the files current date minus. Okay, I'll say here at the rate add minutes. Okay, I'll say UTC now. I want to delete all the files which came before 5 minutes. See, start date, you can, if you're not giving means you think of 1900 onwards. Okay, start date is 1900 0101000000. Okay, so from that time onwards, UTC minus 5 means, let's say now the time is 8:34. 8:34 minus 5 means 8:29. Understood? Whatever files came before 8:29 get deleted. Are you able to understand? 08:29 minutes 00 seconds. So meaning start time is this, end time is this. Between this time, whatever files arrived into that particular folder, those files will get deleted. Let's test it. I want to delete the files which are older than 5 minutes means minus 5 I have given. Let's see how many files are deleted. Files deleted is only one. If you go to here, let's refresh it. See, liquid clustering.csv is still there. Now similarly, tomorrow you want to see, you can also see one more thing in the delete activity here. See, modified date end time. Start time if you are not giving means it will take from 1900 0101 you can say. End time is 259. 259 means it is the 8:29 for us. Okay, files which arrived before 8:29 37 seconds. Understood? Now for example, if you want to delete the files which are older than 7 days, what you will do? Add days minus 7. Files which are loaded 7 days before, files which are older than 7 days can get deleted. I want to delete files which are older than 30 days, minus 30. Able to understand, Tim? This is how you will be deleting the files which are older than 1 day, 7 days, 30 days, 15 minutes. You understood, right? You understood
Yes.
or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, then just we will stop the session here. Okay. Maybe Shabrish, for your question, you can share the screenshot. I'll answer that.
I
But
have shared in
generally, we
WhatsApp.
will not have the direct scope to understand that. Okay. Okay. Let me see that what you shared here.
Where I got confused is we
Okay.
selected it from
This
the
one yesterday
parameters, sir.
session one. Okay. Okay. So yesterday session 1, basically what parameters will be available, what parameters will not be available. In few cases we will come to know, because for each actually it is getting item, we can directly access it. But if you look at execute pipeline activity, we are trying to read execute pipeline activity. On output you have a properties, you have a return value, pipeline return value. So to understand what parameters are available on top of output, what parameters are available on the return value, if you remember audit logging session, you remember audit logging session, I have explained to you reverse engineering. From the error message you can track it, what is available. Yesterday also, if you remember, from error only I came to know, okay, pipeline run output, where you can apply directly on the output. So that's how you have to track it, that one. Clear?
Okay, we will not be knowing from some log
No,
or
not
something.
direct way is not there. Maybe you have to go through the documentation to understand. The one way is documentation, second way is reverse engineering through error message. So these are the two ways.
Okay.
Direct way is not available. Okay. Any other questions, Tim? Okay. So tomorrow onwards, our session is from 6 to 8 a.m. and the evening also 6 to 7 p.m. IST you will have a classes. From tomorrow onwards, morning 6 to 8 a.m. IST classes, evening 6 to 7 p.m. IST. Morning is classes, evening is if you have any doubts, anything we will discuss. You can practice it if you want, or from morning session if you have any doubts or something, we can figure it out. Okay, clear? Remember, I'll also put this message in the group. Clear, team?
Yeah, clear.
Yes.
Okay, then. Thank you all. That's it.